Hi everyone, this is Charles again with the Distroid project. So I've been working a little bit on making a demo API with Fast API to query the works from the Distroid Catalogue Knowledge Graph, the DCKG. That's a long name. But anyway, so pretty much I just wanted to show just some of the work that's been going on and just some of the ways you can access the data from the DCKG. So pretty much one of the main reasons why I wanted to make the demo API, of course, for to work along and make an API for all the data in the DCKG, but just to start on that process, then additionally to give some early access to some of the works in the DCKG and get some of feedback on the design of the return object and what other things people would like to see or be able to do with the API. So I made with Fast API and just to play with render, which was not necessarily that bad of a process. Actually went a lot smoother than I thought it would. Surprisingly, yeah. Luckily, Fast API is like actually really nice and very intuitive to use. So that saved me a lot of time. Excuse me, and making this demo. So here's the root page for the actual API. So just gives you just a quick description of the API demo and just a link to the docs. So this is the root or the home page pretty much. Uh, Now of course, yeah, the main thing you can do with the API is that you can actually query works from the DCKG and not only get works but also their links. So we move on to the next page. Here's the works endpoint, as you can see here. And of course, I clear the query. So you can pretty much the query is pretty much for like any like keyword search. Doesn't have to be like a single word. It could be multiple words. That works as well. So this one I just queried for pro social, and as you can see, that's what actually got returned to me. So pretty much just like a list of dictionaries and two primary keys. Here we have node, and then you also have links. So node, that's pretty much just the work, and you get the title, get the description, URL, kind, of course that's work, and that should be the same for every node. You also have your Distroid ID, which is a UUID used in the database. And then there you also have links, which is a list of dictionaries. And so here you have the Andy, ASM SIGCHI, kind, section media source, and then also tells you the relationship between the node and the entity that's been linked with. So here the relationship is a published in relationship. So this node here was published in this media source. And also you can find the URL and also its own Distroid ID, which is once again a UUID. And that's pretty much the main structure of the return object for work. And so there's also the docs as well, so you can actually uh, interact with it via the docs. So this we can actually play around. With the API. It's a little bit easier actually just using the docs rather than just trying to type it all out in the address bar. So we come here to the docs, main fast API, and then here we can just try it out. So query, let's just actually we can try tools for that, which is also a fun one to try. And there's that's the first parameter is query. Second parameter is order by. So that's pretty much the sorting order. And this pretty much is sorted just by title. So it can either be ascending or descending. By default, is ascending. Limits, that's the number of results you actually want returned. So I've capped that between 20 and 500 results. So if you put anything beyond the limits, it's still gonna give you either 20 or 500. So you can't skip the limits. So so with that, we'll just go to as a query, sending limit as 100, and we'll execute that. And then here we are with our results. And yeah, this really nice as well, but if you want to just use the command line, you just get it this way. And then also here's a request URL, so you can also just copy this and put your in the address bar for your browser, and then you should be able to have it show up as a page. And so that's what gets returned. As you can see, the description here is really long. A lot of the things in ASM6 I prayed much that long. So here, extended tools for thought. Oh yeah, this is actually really cool cool recording. I think I might have actually attended this event. But this one's really cool. How Howard Rheingold. So you can find that here, and then you can also see what it's linked with. So it's linked to Tools for Thought Rocks, which is a media source, and the relationship is published in. So it tells us that this work was published in this media source. Then here we have another note, hyperlink maximalism. Really long description. And this one's from the Cephist. And it got published in the Cephist. That was some to have proper names, but it's time for me to work on quality control rates. But yeah, well, once you put in your query and the other parameters, this is what should be returned. And then you might get an error if you, of course, send and something that doesn't make sense. Just keep that in mind. So like, for example, like I said, it's only 500. So like, let's say put in 700, execute results. This will definitely take a while because we're asking for a lot actually. So it still worked, but it'll always keep you at 500. Just keep that in mind. And let's say we type in 100. This thing is also going to assume as a string, so you can't really get around that. So yeah, this will definitely take a while. Okay, there we go. Alright, so yeah, I got some results. And you see 100 is right here. So yeah, for the query parameter, the search is in the title, description, text plain, and text markdown properties for works. So we can find it, and any of those properties, it will actually be included in the return object. But also the work also has to have all relationships as well. So if it doesn't have any relationships, it won't show up. Yeah, this is pretty much the docs. Then also, really short, to the point notebook, just querying the works endpoint with the request library. So if you want to just do it more programmatically, you can also do it this way as well. And here, same query, tools for dot limit. So if we run that. And then here we are. Here we have our results. They also prefer preprint because gets us this really nice, pretty print. So yeah, this one we saw before, but here it is, much more programmatic. So if you want to actually iterate through this, you can. And let me know what you think of the actual return object, because I chose node and links as the primary keys for the dictionaries. To really emphasize the fact that it's a graph and that things are connected, and ensure that the links, the relationships between entities are shown. But I'm not sure if that's exactly the way people would like this returned, or if they just want just the metadata regarding the works itself, which is of course here in the node. So maybe people just want the node, not the links. Or might prefer more specific endpoint, which is just for the links. So just let me know. That might be a parameter later. Just like if you want links, you can get it. If you don't want it, but just let me know what you're actually, excuse me, what you're looking for, and so that way I can better develop the API to better meet your needs. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave a reply to the video or send a message to ledgerback@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on Twitter at CADJOVU1, I think, or you just search my name, Charles ADJOVU. I think I should just come up on Twitter. And then you can just send me a message. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for the video. So thanks for watching. I hope this has led you to have increased interest in the Distroid project and the work that we're working on. And if you'd like to support the work, donate to it, you can always donate on the ledgerback.xyz website. So once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.